All right. Hi, guys. I'm Reetu Kontio, and I'm a indie developer at Raikiri, and we are doing VR. So let's see. Yeah, this works. So uh, we have just released our game. So now we have one game under our belt, and I can use this deep voice of experience to tell you about VR UX. So uh, why is it different to regular games or like mobile PC, that sort of stuff? So first of all, you kind of need to reinvent the wheel many times because in mobile PC consoles, there are already these ready-made solutions for ordinary problems. In VR, most of them, they do not work or they work badly. So you actually need to do your own kind of research, uh, need to try to figure out new ways to communicate UI, communicate interactions to the players. Then another big thing is motion sickness. If you have a UI element in the wrong place, people are starting to vomit. So that's not good UX, I think. And then this thing called, I like to call it the infinite input space, which means basically in a game you press a button and your character does a move like hits with a sword. But in VR, your player can hit this way or that way or this way. Like they can move their hands basically any way. And we need to interpret that kind of action as a gameplay action or not, depending on what we want to do with the movement they are doing. So uh, I'm gonna present you like a real life case study of our one of our many UX problems we kind of faced and solved, at least solved in our own opinion, while developing this game. So uh, in our game, you're facing these enemies. They're just like samurai guys, and they have swords and they attack you. And we have these lines here, and we are calling them weak points because you need to hit them yourself. And the basic idea is that if you have a sword, you need to slice the red thing. Uh, Now the problem, or let's not go there yet. We we had another kind of issue, which was we are showing a lot of them here. As you can see, there are two lines showing up. And that is because we need to kind of prepare the player for what's about to happen. Because if we show just one at a time, the combat becomes very choppy. You slice once, then wait for your brains to register the next slice, and then you slice again. And that makes it feel really bad. So we are showing many of them, and we are showing them beforehand. So there is an enemy in the distance, and it is already showing where you need to hit. So that was our kind of thing we did to enhance the flow. However, this kind of led us to another set of problems, and those were misleading symbols. So as you can see, there are some differences in colors here. Like red one kind of stands out, but what's this? There is like some sort of shield icon here, and our kind of minds were thinking that yeah, we need to show them, but we want to prevent player from hitting them like too early. So we decided that yeah, let's put a shield here, so it's like shielded from the player attacks. And we thought that yeah, this is a good idea. Now the players, they realize that they cannot hit them. However, the problem became that players thought that this means actually like a cue to the player that they need to do something. They thought that they need to block the incoming enemy attack, aligning their sword this way because there's a shield icon, and they thought that okay, yeah, this is blocking icon, so I align my sword like this, so I block the enemy attack. And of course that didn't work. And then players were like, I'm really bad at this game, or like you have like some issues with your hit recognition or something like that. And we were like, okay, yeah, this is not gonna work. So we kind of saw this curse of VR, that because players can do this with their sword, they can try to match this with their actual hand position. It kind of produced this new way to fail for the player. So what we ended up doing was a set of new symbols and a color hierarchy even more clearer than before. So we changed them into locks. Now the players, they just, it was like night and day. They did not try to block aligning their swords with these anymore. They were just like, okay, it's locked. I don't need to care about it. And another big change was that we put like a massive glowing thing on the enemy sword, like look at here, not here. So that seemed to work. Like the player feedback was like, oh, this is really good, working really well. I'm really easy to learn this parrying mechanic, and it's fun to slash those when they turn red. And yeah, so basically, in hindsight, it seems kind of simple, but when we were doing it, we were like, how are the players so bad? And the players thought the same, like, how can how can they like fail this simple thing? But it turns out that communicating to the player clearly what you want them to do is a really key point. And the VR aspect brings even more ways to fail for both the developer and the player. And yeah, I think I'm pretty good on time still. But yeah, I wanted to bring this example because I think this also gives some resources to non-VR developers, because taking away the kind of moving your hand freely, you still can see that symbols and color hierarchy is very important for the UX. So that's about it. Thanks for listening my yapping.